Add-on Solutions. Add-on Desire.
Hello viewers, welcome to Add-on Solutions Daily News Analysis session. I am Lokesh Penugonda. This session is mainly designed for aspirants preparing for banking, groups and such other examinations. Make use of it. Our first article is about the Martyrs' Day. In India, Martyrs' Day is observed on 2 days, that is on January 30th and March 23rd. On January 30th, our father of the nation Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated. So on January 30th, we observe it as National Martyrs' Day, and on March 23rd, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev were hanged to death, and this was in the year of 1928. They were hanged to death for assassinating a British official called as John Saunders. They mistook this official for someone called as James Scott. And who is this James Scott? James Scott was the one who ordered the Lathi charge, which eventually led to the death of Lala Lajpat Rai. And due to the killing of this British official, these 3 members were killed. And as they were killed on March 23rd of 1928, even this day is observed as National Martyrs' Day or the Shahidi Divas. Next, we have an article which is talking about Gulf Cooperation Council. So what is this Gulf Cooperation Council and how many members exist in this Gulf Cooperation Council? In this image, you can see the 6 members of the Gulf Cooperation Council. First is Kuwait, second is Bahrain, third is Qatar, fourth is UAE, fifth is Oman, sixth is Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So now, what is Gulf Cooperation Council? It is a regional intergovernmental body. It is a regional intergovernmental body. As you can see, all these member countries are present in the same region. They are political and economic union consisting of all Arab states with 6 members which are in the Persian Gulf except for Iraq. That is, those countries which are in the Persian Gulf except Iraq are members of the Gulf Cooperation Council. So where is its headquarters? Its headquarters is at Riyadh, which is in Saudi Arabia, and this council was founded in the year 1981. So make a note of all the countries which are part of this Gulf Cooperation Council. So one article is talking about the reduction of minimum age that is eligible for drinking. In Delhi, the drinking age is reduced from 25 to 21. So how a question can be expected from such topic? So in a banking examination, you can expect a question which can ask which state recently decreased the drinking age for minimum. Which state has recently decreased the minimum age for drinking? So this is a type of question which can be expected from the examination point of view. Next, we have an article talking about Myanmar. We'll just see one word in this entire article which is talking about non-refoulement. So what is this non-refoulement? Non-refoulement is a principle. It is a law which states that it guarantees that no one should be returned to a country where they would face torture, cruel, inhuman, degrading treatment or punishment and other irreparable harm. It is talking in the context of India and Myanmar. In India, we have seen the Ministry of Home Affairs giving the orders to the bordering states of Myanmar, which states that no migrants can be accepted, can be allowed to enter the Indian territory. So this amounts to non-refoulement, and also we've seen the orders given by various ministries which is asking the migrants to return back to their home country. So if they return back to their home country, they may be subjected to torture, cruel, inhuman or degrading treatment. So this is against the principle of non-refoulement. This principle not only applies to migrants, all migrants, it is applicable to migrants irrespective of their migration status. So now we'll see what type of questions can be expected. In the examination, they can ask non-refoulement principle, which is recently seen in the news, is about A. migrants, B. climate change, C. natural disasters, D. police reforms. So the option will be A, which will be migrants whom should not be sent back. And next we have an article talking about Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh signing an agreement on Ken and Betwa river linking projects. So why are these rivers being linked? This is mainly for transferring the surplus water from the Ken river in Madhya Pradesh to the Betwa river, which is in Uttar Pradesh. So by transferring the surplus water from Ken river in Madhya Pradesh to Betwa river in Uttar Pradesh, this water can be used for agriculture and other drinking water purposes. So this is the objective, and we'll see what would happen, what are the negative consequences as a result of this interlinking. Due to this interlinking, the Panna Tiger Reserve is expected to be partially submerged. So where is this Panna Tiger Reserve? Panna Tiger Reserve is in Madhya Pradesh. So this is the crux of this article. Next is talking about the term called as RODTEP. So what is it? The remission of duties and taxes on export products. So to encourage exports, the government is repaying back some of the taxes it is collecting from exporting firms, and this is the way they will get back some of the amount they paid as taxes. So RODTEP is talking about exports and remission of duties. Next, we have an article which states that fire rages Rohingya shelters in Bangladesh. So first, we'll see where is this fire taking place. It's taking place at Cox's Bazar, and in this map you can see the Cox's Bazar, which is southernmost part of Bangladesh, and this region of Bangladesh is very near to the state of Rakhine, and Rakhine state is home to people called as Rohingyas. Due to military excessivism on the Rohingyas has left the Myanmar and now are taking shelter at Cox's Bazar, and you can see in this image various huts. These are refugee shelters be at the Cox's Bazar, and due to a fire accident, many of these shelters have dried down, many of these shelters are damaged. So first is Cox's Bazar is in Bangladesh. Rohingyas come from Rakhine state and they stay at temporary refugee shelters at Cox's Bazar. Next, we have an article talking about the gold medals which are won by various athletes in various domains. Now, today's newspaper article is talking about 3 golds which we got from mixed air rifle, mixed air pistol and men's skeets team. So these teams are able to get gold medal for India. So now we'll see various athletes who are associated with these games. In the mixed air rifle category, Ilavenil Vallavarivan and Divyansh Singh Panwar, as you can see in this image, are able to get a gold medal in the mixed air rifle. And here in the air pistol category, Shaurabh Chowdhury and Manu Baker are able to get a gold medal in the mixed team air pistol game. And also we can see Mr. Mairaj Ahmad Khan, Angad Viraj Singh and Gurjot Kangura able to get a gold medal for men's skeet team. And what is the skeet? Skeet is a shooting event where clay targets are shot by the athletes. In the next article, we will be talking about Gandhi Peace Prize. For the year of 2020, Gandhi Peace Prize is given to Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. He was the founder of the country Bangladesh. And for year 2019, Qaboos bin Syed Al Said. He was the late Sultan who died recently. He was the Sultan of Oman, and for 2019, Gandhi Peace Prize was awarded to him. So these are the two persons who are getting Gandhi Peace Prize. And also one thing you should note is Gandhi Peace Prize is awarded by Ministry of Culture. So Ministry of Culture recently provided the details of those who got prize for 2019 and 2020 as well. And there's an article talking about 67th National Filmfare Awards. And in this image, you can see various actors who got awards under various categories. For the film Marakkar, which is a Malayali film, it got the Best Feature Film Award. And you can see Mr. Vijay Sethupathi getting the Best Supporting Actor for the film Super Deluxe. It's a Tamil movie. And Best Actor Award has been given to Mr. Dhanush for his movie Asuran. And also Best Actor Award has been given to Manoj Bajpayee for his film Bhonsle. And you can see various other people getting various awards under various categories. One thing you should also notice, Sikkim was awarded as the best film friendly state in the country. So make note of all the important persons who got various awards under the 67 National Filmfare Awards. So with this, we come to the end of this session. Thank you.
Add-on solutions. Add-on desires.